Books are a really key resource, especially if you want the whole story about your city. Articles, web pages, etc. They'll have lots of things, but then leave a lot of other things out, or maybe only cover a really small segment. Books give you the full treatment, the whole story, often in really great detail. Though often people say to me, do I have to read this whole book? I mean, it's long. I don't have time to do that. Well, the answer is no, you don't have to read the whole book. Just the parts that are really going to be relevant and useful to you. And they're going to be really useful because a book on the history or culture of your city will tell you a lot that will inform your designs and help you create a narrative that you can use to sell your city and your design. So finding books is really very easy, especially if you know the name of the book you're looking for. Say you have a title, say from the Encyclopedia Britannica, and you found a book, you have the title, you can simply paste that title into Chinook and see if we have that book. In this case, yes, we do have it. Chinook that I'm using here is the library's catalog. It contains the books, audio recordings, ebooks, DVDs that the library itself owns. But it's not really a very good place to look for articles. You want to go somewhere else, and I'll cover that later. So if you find a good book like this one, you can go ahead and find it on the shelf. What you'll need to take a look at is the location, so this one is in the Norland Library stacks, and the call number, which is its exact place on the shelf. You can click this link here and bring up a map. So this is a map of the Norland Library stacks. And we can see that the call number DR is actually going to be right on the floor 3A of the stacks, in this middle level, about halfway between BX and DU. So you'd go into that area and you'd be able to find this book. So you can also really just do a keyword search. You don't need to know the title of the book. You can just put in whatever it is that you're looking for and take a look for what you get. You'll get some weird or some unrelated things, but you might get something really good, like Istanbul, a cultural history. That's really just perfect for what I'm looking at, right? It'll give me a whole history of the culture and how that's developed, which will help me really sell the city and place my designs in the context of the cultural development of the city that I'm designing for. What you'll want to pay attention to is when you find a really good book like this is the subject heading, and you'll see them right here. You can see that what subject headings do is give a really standardized name, so Istanbul parentheses Turkey is the standard name for this city, and then subdivide that. Maybe I want to look more into the civilization, the history, or maybe social life and customs is what I'm really interested in. So I can click that subject heading and get all sorts of books related to the social life and customs of my city. You can see those here. But sometimes you'll notice that books are checked out, like this one here. It's not a huge deal. Yeah, maybe you want that book. Maybe I really want to write about Ottoman tulips, coffee, etc. But since that book is currently checked out, what I'll need to do is find another way to get it, right? This book is checked out. The way to actually get this book is to use Prospector. And you'll see the button right here to search Prospector. So I'll go ahead and click that. And what I'll find is that there's 3 libraries that have this book. I can see it right here. And the one in Wyoming is available to check out. I can simply just press request it, say that I'm associated with CU Boulder, and it'll have me sign in. And I can pick up that book right at Norland Library. And it's really simple. So that's the basics to finding books. And once you get those books, you can use the table of contents, the index in the back, to really focus in on the part of the book that's going to be really useful to your designing.